Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. There is a lot to discuss in this video with relation to cases filed by Israel against the SEC. There's a lot of fun being had, but also a lot of misinformation being spread around. The SEC and their appeal will not succeed, therefore expect a resounding statement from the student body. Folks, they need to formally get permission first. Like when you were a youngster, you had to ask mom for help. The answer is probably yes if you want to visit a friend at their place. Now it's the SEC's turn to follow suit. Judge excursions were available for them. The judge will not let them appeal the clearance, and the new law put on as XRP is not a security, therefore they'll have to nudge your trouser leg a little and gaze out those puppy eyes if they want to challenge the most essential element of this Ripple versus SEC litigation. Let me go right into that. Don't stress. Let's go shopping and watch this video before anything else. Bitcoin. Losses of 1.22% totaling $29,525 worth of Ethereum. It has dropped by 3%. Priced at $1,853 and 99 cents USDC, respectively, XRP is aiming for a return to 63 cents. We now have a 3% drop. The entire value of the cryptocurrency market is at $1.18 trillion. It's as easy as that. Every day for months and months and months and months until the bull run begins, we read the same figures. Only a few more months will pass before this bad guy begins. Keep in mind that the only requirement is to hold on. Get yourself plotted out on this Locks line while you're waiting for the 30% monthly return in XRP and Doge. If you hold on tight, you'll get even tighter returns. Last month, we paid out $27,000 to our shareholders. I'm wondering whether there are other similar initiatives out there. I can't think of someone having NFT that serves any practical purpose. Rapper Jack. The adoption of crypto laws in France is progressing. French authorities favor XRP for international transactions, and the French National Bank is considering it as the foundation for a digital euro. This storyline is building up steam, and quickly at that. It's picking up steam, so keep a watch on developments in crypto legislation elsewhere and disregard the clown show in the US. At least for the moment. The author is Elena Terra. What does she say? From what I've learned from the most brilliant legal professionals in the field, the SEC will require the approval of both Judge Torres and the Second Circuit Court of Appeals for this interlocutory appeal to be allowed. Just consider that for a moment. A similar situation occurred when XRP was determined not to be a security. In order to be considered a security, it would have had to pass all four parts of the Howey test, rather than just one. That's why we can't call it safekeeping. The SEC has indicated that it would like to make an appearance and pursue an appeal in the Ripple against SEC case regarding programmatic and institutional sales. Judge Torres and the Second Circuit Court of Appeals must both agree to hear this intruder's appeal before it can move forward. How fascinating. When we arrive, my tweet from yesterday stands, the clown show goes on. Here is the SEC's letter to Judge Torres from yesterday, detailing their plans to appeal and seek decertification of the court's holdings that allow the defendants programmatic offers and sales of XRP to buyers on crypto asset trading platforms and Ripple's other distributions in exchange for labor and services to avoid the SEC's registration and reporting requirements. Plus, the testing procedures we use during the meet and confer phase. In response to this letter, the Fenish announced that they would provide their views as these requests. So, tell me, what exactly is the SC after? Just keep it basic, people. They want to find a method to get a win, any win, because they currently have none. For the time being, all that can be said is that XRP is not a security. John Dean added his 2 cents. In the morning's initial video, I gave you a taste of this. Listen to this. And then we'll dive right into stick with all their Audi and his massive statement regarding XRP and XRP not being a security, I'll play you a little longer because this rack-off-nothing burger is very unrelated and relevant to what is going on in the Rippleverse SCC case. So, contrary to popular belief, her choice was not as arbitrary as you may have thought. She didn't imply that all tokens sold on exchanges were securities. She didn't imply that every scenario would work. The fact that she mentioned XRP in light of these circumstances sets this situation different. This case, these circumstances, this coin, this technology, this defendant, this proof, she continued, are what provide XRP exclusive regulatory certainty right now. John's words hold a great deal of weight, given the rack-off-take case contends that each cryptocurrency is a security. XRP is in no way related to this. Judge Torres had to be very clear that her judgment only applied to XRP because she started out by saying, "I told you this was going to be a very important ruling." True enough, she ended up doing just that. That's why she kept repeating herself. And the conclusion was made in a cursory manner that XRP is not a security. As a whole, the cryptocurrency market lacks regulatory and legal clarity. As far as all these other tokens are concerned, the rules she laid down in the form of instruction are the new law. We are completely in the dark about them. Whether or not they are securities or a commodity related to securities is unknown to us. That's why Judge Torres's language and summary judgment were so crucial. Stewart and the other Audi agreed. As a result of the SEC's filing of a letter explaining the grounds for filing a motion to leave for the interlock or pure regard programmatic offers and sales to purchasers of XRP via trading platforms, the SEC was informed that it did not have the right to appeal the decision at this time. That's why they want to appeal and ask whether they can. The court will get Ripple's response the following week. This is the best-case situation, after all. The judge will spend a few months to examine Ripple's response, then rule against the company's appeal after it is filed the next week. The SEC's intention to file an appeal does not guarantee that it will be successful. This has massive implications. When there will be zero impact on XRP settlement due to this. The fact that the SEC may file an appeal does not mean that XRP reverts to the status of a security and we must begin the process of classifying it once again. Not a single thing. Since the appeal can't even begin until the Second Circuit and Judge Torres give their blessing, all the news we're seeing right now is meaningless until the judge comes in and says something. There is currently no avenue of appeal. No concessions have been made. There is still time for Ripple to submit their arguments. I then posted on Twitter, "There you have it, folks, the SEC has no right to appeal, they must ask the judge for a new hearing. XRP is not a security." That's how easy it is. The lack of a judicial hearing on XRP's non-security classification is indicative of how straightforward the issue is. Judgment is still in place and the SEC has not filed an appeal as of right now. The only question before the jury is whether or not Garland House and Lawson assisted Ripple in the distribution of unregistered securities. Here's a quick summary for you. No way in hell is XRP a security. XRP's lack of security status is irrelevant to the appeal at hand. This is an appeal for clarity. Brad Christopher in charge of programmatic sales. Then there's the issue of secondary XRP markets. That is the essential issue at hand. For us, they believe we are being dumped on, hence it's best if Ripple can sell the XRP coins they have to financial institutions. We're hoping they won't abandon us. We know that Ripple has bought out several institutional and public exchanges, which is problematic because it is preferable that they sell them through the order book. They load it up with XRP and start pumping it via water bucks. What good will that do? The result will be higher costs for consumers. A good day has come. Keep in mind that XRP is not a security and enjoy the upswing. Brad and Chris, two individual defendants, are expected to go to trial in May of 2024. This means that the earliest a definitive judgment could be rendered in this matter would be late summer of 2024. And by 2025, the option to appeal would be gone forever. Delays are currently beneficial to XRP and Ripple, thus the glove is off. And as you already know, I answered Fred's tweet. Fred agrees with you, but I think it's more likely that the lawsuit will be settled in the next months before trial. The SEC will want to minimize rippling effect. I asked Chris and Brad whether they were truly believing me when I asked for more money for lawyers. It's possible to argue that Ripple would drag this out and have faith in the SEC if it employed additional lawyers, but since it doesn't, let's get this done now. Yes, without a doubt. Mark my words, Ripple will be the next big thing and give the SEC a taste of neural medicine if the appeal, which we don't even know if it's gonna go through, does go through in regards to programmatic sales. This is because we already know XRP was ruled and that is now the case. For now and into the foreseeable future. As a matter of law, XRP is not a security, and it is the only asset in the United States to not be considered a security. I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe my channel. See you in the next one, bye.